And welcome back to the Loss Prevention News Network. I'm Joe LaRocca. In October of 2018, retailers reported 94% have been the victim of organized retail crime. Retailers across the country reported losing over $46 billion of merchandise in 2017. And companies are constantly looking for new solutions to address the growing problem of losses, but also ways to improve experience. Technology plays a big role. Today we're going to talk a little bit about facial recognition technology. Now, for some of you, this is a very sensitive topic or a scary topic to address, but let's boil it down to some really common things. We already use this technology today. Your phone is tracking you almost everywhere you go. We unlock our phone with our face. Your Facebook system is tagging your friends and your family. When you go now through TSA with Global Entry or the Clear program, they're already using your face to pass you through the system. And soon, airlines will be using your face to check you in to the airline itself. And make no mistake about it, retailers for over a decade have been using some form of facial recognition to conduct business. And now there are new ways to use the system not just for spotting bad guys, but also to improve the customer experience. And that's why I'm so excited about our next guest, and Amber's going to introduce him right now.
That's so true, Joe. He always does such a good intro, doesn't he?
He does.
So we're welcoming FaceFirst, first time to the hot table and the quick take arena. So welcome, Peter Trepp, CEO of FaceFirst. We decided we're going to bring the CEO in here to talk to us today.
Well, thank you. My gosh, how nice. Glad to be here.
We want to hear it right from the horse's mouth.
I'm glad to be at the hot table.
Yes. So tell us, Joe gave a fantastic introduction. I think it's one of the things where people, if they're freaking out, Joe's like, hey, where you been? We've been using this a long time. So tell us, who is FaceFirst? Kind of give us just a quick rundown of the company.
Yeah, so we're a software company. We're based in Los Angeles, California. And we have built a platform that we use to recognize faces, and we're pretty good at it.
It's that simple,
as it turns out. And facial recognition's gone through a really big shift over the last few years, thanks to hardware and software developments. If you look back 3, 4, 5 years ago, facial recognition was not that fast, was not as accurate as it is today, not as scalable as it is today. Now we can recognize a face out of hundreds of millions of faces in under a second. And so it's really remarkable how fast this technology has gotten and how accurate it is. And that makes a really big deal when you think about using it in retail. And it opens up lots of applications for what's possible. And so we sell the software. Retail is a very big sector for us, and then into other sectors that are public safety, I would describe. Mostly in North America, but some other places around the world. And we're busy right now.
Facial recognition people initially might think, oh, facial recognition means equals finding bad guys. But you're going to talk about not always. Yes, it does mean that, but it could also mean finding really loyal customers as well, right?
That's right. That's right. The history of the technology has been a lot about loss prevention and asset protection and finding the bad guy. It's been a great proof point for facial recognition because it's one tool that is uniquely qualified for being able to identify somebody very, very quickly and be able to make sure they're a known criminal or they're part of organized retail crime, as Joe was talking about how big those numbers are. They're very, very big. But we're going through a shift right now. And we've had, we work with some of the very largest retailers in the world, and we've had a lot of requests over the years to think about what a consumer experience would look like. And so we've been responsive to that, and we're here at the NRF Big Show this week, showcasing and introducing a product that we've been working on that addresses that head on. And it's a solution that will allow consumers to opt in. So the privacy issue is not there like it is in other situations, and it is a far better way to engage with consumers. Retailers have this very big problem that they've got a consumer that walks into their store, and they don't know that somebody who's loyal or somebody really important to them has walked in their store. And this product allows them to recognize that person's there and then engage with them on a real personal level.
Peter, I mentioned the privacy concerns that come up, and I know that you're a real an expert on some of the challenges, not just in California where you're based, but in the U.S. and around the world. I always think of the privacy challenges, and I explain it to my friends and family. I say, when you open up your maps on your phone, you want the system to know exactly where you are so you can walk down the road and get where you're going.
That's right.
And when you go onto Amazon or onto another website, you want them to have all of your past orders because you want to reorder something or you need to do a return, and you don't want to have to go hunt the data out of your email. You want it right in front of you.
Right, very helpful.
So as you bring IQ into the mix, tell me the benefit to a consumer.
Well, I think that if you've had that experience before where instead of being offered something that's not relevant to you, if you don't have a kid at home and you're getting an offer for diapers, not all that helpful.
Right.
But very nice to have something that's very tailored to you. Personal to you, and maybe even make a connection with a store with a shopping list or a coupon that is really relevant, or just understanding what might be trending today. All that information, as we see it online. Online's a really great way to think about and conceptualize what the brick and mortar experience might be like.
Right.
And I think retailers are seeing that trend happening with Amazon Go and other examples in the marketplace where they're saying, gee, this environment's about to change really dramatically here.
Right.
And either we're going to do something about that or someone's going to come, take our lunch from us. And there are a lot of ways to engage with people, all the way from just being able to recognize them when they walk in to even be able to pay by face at some point and have the convenience of not having to pull out a credit card anymore or some of the other options we do today. I like to say that everyday items that we use are all going away. Our car keys are going away, our house keys are going away, our ATM cards are going away, all in favor of facial recognition.
Right.
And we're going to definitely see those trends in retail here too.
And is it fair to say with things like global entry or even using passports overseas, they have the facial recognition already built into the system today, so people can skip those long lines at the airport, the customs lines. Banks and other sectors are using facial recognition today. Where do you go with that technology in the government space and some of your plays there?
First of all, with banking and other areas like that, you think about the big pain points. People don't want to stand in line.
Right.
Lines are really painful, and people get that. So those we're going to start to see that go away first, to the extent possible. And then government, government's using it in a number of different ways. To global entry's been a really good example. There is a real sensitivity with government around privacy as well. So they're being very thoughtful along the way. Hard to predict exactly, but I think we'll see some benefits there too.
Exciting. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. We're going to need to leave the conversation right there.
Thank you.
Thank all of you for tuning in to this. Peter Trepp, who's the CEO of FaceFirst. If you haven't checked them out, they're here at the big show in New York. They'll be at the NRF Protect conference in Anaheim in June. An innovative company and certainly worth a look. And we're going to go ahead and turn it back over to Gus Downing right now.